Hey guys, so I'm back because I got in some deep in a couple tournaments. I don't want to do that. Yeah, he's really short, but I don't think that's fun. Anyways, like I was saying, sorry about that. Great hand to get. I am extremely short at this final table. I made the final table of that smaller tournament I was playing. I lost some big hands right before we got to the final table, and I just squeaked in because other people got eliminated. So hopefully I can double with this pair of jacks, and you can actually watch this table go for a while. Then this one is the turbo on Bodog that I was playing, and there's 10 people left here. Or maybe, no, someone just got, so it's down to 9 now. So this one just got to the final table as well. So hopefully I can double up here, and we can have a couple final tables that you guys can watch. Sweet. So this one is a turbo, so it's gonna go by kind of quickly, I think. But we'll see. And this one I'm still short in, so because I got really short. But I'm still alive, so we can see. And these are the 5 tournaments I'm down to. This is a weird spot. It's a rebuy tournament, so I feel like if I hit it, I can get paid off. I hate stuff like this. Hey, it's a good play by him, it really is. He is committing himself if I go over the top. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to fold. I feel like he's basically going all in. I just have to commit myself if I want to. I have a double gutter and a flush draw, but he overbet the pot by a lot. Trying to do the odds in my head. Not the best person doing odds like this. It's pretty close. And your rebuy my queen might actually be good, yeah. Sweet. I was thinking, on the range I was putting him on, I thought my queen was actually going to be good. And that kind of put, I mean, that's not really a big thing that my queen is probably going to be good some of the time. That's not a huge incentive, I guess, but it just kind of pushed me over the edge. Also, it's a rebuy, so I can rebuy in if I need to. Can't call this. I'm actually pretty short in this one. I'm short, yeah, I guess. I'm only ahead of one person now. So yeah, I'm pretty short in this one too. A couple final tables is nice. Gives me a couple good shots at making some money. Oh, something I didn't talk about before that I meant to is Bodog is actually going to stop. You probably have heard about this already if you followed Bodog at all, but it's not going to allow U.S. players to play anymore in 2012. So I believe December 31st or January 1st, I don't know when exactly, but New Year's. You're no longer going to be playing on Bodog if you're a U.S. player, which is sad for a variety of reasons. One, because it's another option being taken away from U.S. players. Bodog, I believe, is the second biggest U.S. site now. Maybe Cake is bigger, but I don't think it is. So, you know, that's losing the second biggest site is a big deal for the people who are still playing. It's a big deal for Bodog too. They're going to lose a ton of their traffic. Most of their traffic is U.S. players, if not almost all of it. I don't know. They might be almost done with that decision poker-wise. I don't know if they can keep poker going with just Euro players and have any sort of traffic. I don't know. But it's also sad because I have made a lot of money on Bodog. Maybe not this year so much, but in the past I had my biggest ever cash on Bodog. I like Bodog even though it's been frustrating. And they don't give rake back, but you know, it's another option going away, which is frustrating and not good for US players. But play on it for now, so I might as well. This is a spot I feel like I need to shove. I'm so short. I got to both these final tables really short, so I'm glad I had 2 of them so that I could, if I got knocked out one, you guys could still have something to watch. I'm going to fold here. This is, again, one of those borderline spots where I don't like going all in. I don't have any fold equity. I'm basically calling it all in, I feel like. And know, I don't think I really crush his range at all. I think he crushes my range, or his range crushes my hand. I am beating some of his hands, but overall in his range, he has so many hands that are crushing mine, and just a few that I barely, well, a decent amount that I barely beat. But do I really want to go up against King Queen? No, I don't. I mean, if I go all in, he calls, I'm happy he has King Queen. But I'm not really looking forward to going up against it. Now again, this is a hand I'm gonna shove with, but if someone raises, I don't feel like I can go over the top of them, because I feel like I'm basically calling off all my chips with this hand. And these are the, I mean, I don't think these are that borderline. I think these are correct decisions. But they feel a little bit borderline to me just because I'm not as comfortable as I think a lot of the pros are. I mean, it's just I question my basic strategy in these kind of situations because I find myself getting so short all the time. So are these the situations I'm supposed to start pushing in? I don't think so, but there probably are some that I do need to push in that I don't. This is a hand I'm willing to go with, unless some crazy stuff starts happening, but it's just a strong hand in my position, and I'm pretty short, so I need to be willing to go for it. It's a good spot to end up in. Bad flop, though. Good turn. Good river. And I'll take a walk. I kind of would have liked someone to do something because I had such a strong hand. With this guy being as short as he is, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to go in. He's likely to call me just based on the fact that he's so short. I wouldn't be shocked if he called me a thing or two because he's so short. Not all players will, but some players will. I have this guy marked as not. He's a losing player according to Shark Scope, so maybe he wouldn't call me, but I mean, that's not a lot of information to go on. And I mean, he didn't call it off, so. But, you know, 4 deuce or whatever I had is just, it's not a hand I want much of a chance of getting called by with those kind of odds, which weren't really there, I don't think. So I made a couple final tables today, which has been fun. I really wish I made the final table. That 100K I was doing so well in, but it was not to be. Still doing well in the high roller. I'm not doing unbelievable in it, and I was up to 22, I think, at one point. But doing well. Again, I feel like although this tournament is a high roller tournament, most money kind of implies the best players. I don't think it's the hardest tournament on this site. I've seen some bad play, and that also might be because a lot of players either get tilted or just make really weird plays with how deep the stacks are early on. Like, I don't know what it is, but I see some weird plays in relation to the stack sizes at certain points in this tournament. And I think it's just because you don't play with stacks that huge that early, you know? And if you get some players who aren't great, which I think you really get some high rollers who aren't the best players, they don't know how to play with those kind of stacks, and it will make some really bad plays that you can really exploit because of it. Here, I mean, I have less than 10 big blinds. I have about 10. King Queen on the cutoff is just a hand to shove with and try to take down the blinds. It really is. I used to not think so, but I've learned better. Can you think I'm too nitty now? Think about how nitty I was before I thought stuff like that. I'm getting really short here. It's not good. I don't like folding these hands that I'm folding, but I feel like I'm making correct decisions. This one is, again, I don't want to fold it. I feel like if it folds to me, I'm going to go with it just because I'm going up against a random hand. And this hand isn't good, but with the amount of money in there, I feel like I'd have to go up against a random hand. This guy probably has pretty close to a random hand, and he might be adding value by throwing in more chips, but the way I look at that spot is I can either go in that spot or I can wait all these hands to try to find a hand that I'm willing to go with and is a better spot. And I know I won't win as much if I do win, but I think it's worth it to try to get in that much better of a spot. This is not where I want to be. I also am as much as the ladder isn't that important, I am playing the ladder a little bit. It helps me out to be patient at this stage of the tournament. Now, one of the reasons I'm shoving here is because Big Blind is the short stack, and I feel like he's the only guy who can fold to this. I don't think he will. But this is better than a random hand, so if I can get these guys to fold, I feel like... Oh, wow. He woke up with a monster? Oh, wow. Don't pair the board. Okay, never mind. Well, I did not expect aces. So that was lame. I should have gone in earlier, I guess. Well, too bad. Or I should have gone in later, one or the other. I picked the wrong hand. But I couldn't have known he had aces there. And somehow I still almost beat him, but lost. Well, it's unfortunate to get 8th. Never a fun position to get. I'm still in this one. I've made my way into contention, I guess I'll put it that way. Now I'm playing a few less tables, so maybe it's more enjoyable to watch this. I'm done signing up for the day. Usually the last tournament I sign up for is this 12K short-handed turbo unlock. Some days I want to play later, but if I ever commit myself to playing longer than this tournament here, and this isn't usually the last one that goes, it's just the last one I sign up for. There's not great tournaments, and I start feeling like I'm playing out these tiny tournaments late in the day when I just want to stop, and it usually ends up feeling like a waste. Or just, I don't play my best, and it's not good to go. Okay. This isn't what I wanted to see with this hand. I haven't seen people get out of line in this tournament, so I'm going to give them respect. I mean, I just haven't seen people getting out of line, so why would I... That's the reason why I would make a play there, is because I'm thinking he's getting out of line. Because if that bet signifies the strength of his hand, he's got a really good hand. Probably a flip, which is the case for going with it, because we're flopping it straight with a royal draw. I'll bet this out, because I think I'll get someone to do something. This kind of hand, people are going to hit stuff, and the relative strength might not be that much, but the absolute strength will be, so people will be willing to go with it. I mean, I have the second best flush draw here. So, now he's never folding, I don't think. Two pair, no house, and I hit the flush. Well, nope. That'll be fun to hit. Oh, well, my time is up for this video, so I'll keep going until I'm done with the final table, so I'll see you guys in the next one.